There is something most people don't realize when they're trying to stop feeling anxious about horse riding, something they're doing that is really not helping. And that is trying to solve this issue at a conscious level. Usually, if you're dealing with a high level of anxiety, the type of anxiety that is causing you to feel shaky, nauseous, coming up with excuses for not riding or for not doing particular activities in riding, things that are really stealing the joy from your riding and your relationship with your horse, then typically that issue was created at an unconscious level. It might be connected to a fall or an injury or something that's connected with horses. It might also be connected to an underlying sort of general anxiety. I've had that with some clients. And when we try to solve that type of issue at a conscious level, then you're getting into that fake it till you make it idea, or cowgirl up. Just get on and ride through it. Just push through it. So you're white knuckle riding. And honestly, what that does is make you feel more anxious. It reaffirms to that unconscious part of your brain that riding is a scary thing, because every time I ride or if I prepare to ride, I feel bad in some way. There's some physical symptoms of that make me feel bad, and there's a lot of negative stuff going around in my head that makes you feel bad. So when there's this inappropriate fear, this higher level of anxiety that gets triggered around riding, that's being run by your unconscious mind. And your unconscious mind is really what's running the show. It's where your memories are stored. It's where your belief system is stored. Its major priority is to keep you safe. So if something has happened where you've been traumatized, whether that's physically, emotionally traumatized, your brain very quickly, because it has a negativity bias, will set up a trigger that says anything that seems similar to that activity or to that event, to that experience, I'm going to warn you so that we don't do that again, because that was not a good thing. The problem with that inappropriate fear is that it gets triggered at inappropriate times. There's really no danger in the immediate moment. What we need as horse riders and as people who handle horses is the appropriate fear that says, hey, pay attention. There's potential problem here and you need to do something about that. With appropriate fear, if you feel your horse get tense, you're going to be aware of that and say, okay, I need to do something to help my horse settle, or maybe I need to get off my horse and help them settle from the ground, but I'm going to take some steps because I can think clearly and I can make good decisions. When you're feeling really anxious, you can't think clearly. You can't make good decisions. We often make no decision or a poor decision. And when we're trying to push through our fear, we're often making poor decisions. There are times when it is appropriate to not ride your horse because your horse is unsettled by the environment or the weather. Maybe doing some groundwork or just hanging out with him that day is the better, safer option. We need to be able to make that distinction between, is this just a story in my head, or is this something that's really happening? And that's where we need to get into and solve this problem at the unconscious level. You cannot simply logic your way out of anxiety. If doing that worked, you would have done it by now, wouldn't you? I'm Ann Gage, the horse riding confidence coach. If you're ready to take action that is finally going to resolve this anxiety you have about riding your horse, then I really encourage you to reach out to me at confidenthorsemanship.com or in my Facebook group, Confident Horsemanship Community, my free group. Bye for now.